So what's really going on? Is Iran really back in the business of trying to build up a nuclear weapon? If you look at the evidence that we know about, you could point to, like, maybe there are satellite images, for example, that do show activity of nuclear sites that avoided being attacked last year. Today we got the headline, UN nuclear watchdog says it's unable to verify whether Iran has suspended all uranium enrichment. Associated Press saw this secret report from the International Atomic Energy Agency, and the big takeaway basically was the quote here: inspectors, quote, cannot provide any information on the current size, composition, or whereabouts of the stockpile of enriched uranium in Iran. And, you know, obviously keeping tabs on Iran's uranium stockpile would be central, certainly to any nuclear deal, and something to watch in the intermediate or the long term. But the Trump negotiating team has been painting the Iran threat as a near-term, even imminent issue. Listen here to Steve Witkoff, of course, one of the key Trump negotiators.
It's up to 60%. They're probably a week away from having industrial grade bomb-making material. And that's really dangerous.
Does the available evidence indicate Iran is really a week away from having this bomb-grade material? And we really don't know for sure. The big Iran nuclear sites that we think about, like we talked about it all the time last year, Natanz, Fordow, Isfahan, and what have you, they were, as far as we know, crippled in those attacks last year by the Americans and Israelis. So the enriched uranium the U.S. is concerned about theoretically would be buried under the rubble there. So that's the kind of thing that we're thinking about, again, especially given our country's history in the Middle East. Evidence. What do we know? The case for war. What do we know? Also today, we saw maybe the most significant sign that the U.S. indeed could start a war with Iran, and potentially do it soon. NewsNation international correspondent Robert Sherman is reporting on that. He's live in Tel Aviv. What's the latest from Israel, Robert?
Yeah, Connell, I mean, one of the signs that we've gotten here came from the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem, in which they've called for non-emergency personnel to make a choice, to stay or to leave. And if they're going to leave immediately. This is the security alert that came down today. I want to read that for you. It says, in response to security incidents and without advance notice, the U.S. Embassy may further restrict or prohibit U.S. government employees and their family members from traveling to certain areas of Israel, the Old City of Jerusalem, and the West Bank. Persons may wish to consider leaving Israel while commercial flights are available. We have not seen a security alert like this since the summer of last year, the 12 days war between Israel and Iran, in which very stern guidance was coming from the U.S. Embassy in Jerusalem. This does not historically happen here, so this is significant to see a security level of this stature being handed down by Jerusalem. Meanwhile, as the security alert goes out, coming in to the region is more firepower, namely the USS Gerald Ford arriving in the region here today. It put off from the Greek Isles yesterday. And so now you have two aircraft carriers here within this region of responsibility, preparing for what's to come. The president saying today he does not want to put all this firepower to use, but he's prepared to do so. And he even said he doesn't like what he's hearing from these negotiations so far. Take a listen.
I'm not happy with the fact that they're not willing to give us what we have to have. So I'm not thrilled with that. We'll see what happens. We're talking later. We'll have some additional talks today. But no, I'm not happy with the way they're going.
Interesting timing note. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is going to be here in Israel Monday and Tuesday of next week. That was announced by the State Department. And just moments ago, another move was made with the United States designating Iran as a state sponsor of unlawful detention, going all the way back to the revolution here and the incident that happened at the U.S. Embassy, saying that Iran has weaponized detention, snatching Americans in order to be used as leverage. That designation coming down just moments ago. So another added layer of pressure here this evening. Connell.
Tense times. Vice President Vance also meeting with the foreign minister of Oman today, so you have that in the mix. Robert, I want to get a break in before the president speaks in text.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.